Back to the Uzi sales. Somebody said it's an EP, ain't no first week sales. You might be right. However, I feel like since it was 9 or it was 10 songs technically speaking, because Believe Me and then One of One replaced it on all streaming platforms, so technically 9, but let's say 10. I'm gonna go to Billboard right now, and I asked a question on Twitter, and maybe y'all in the chat can answer this. Do you think that Uzi's EP with For Fun, greatest song ever, oh my god, not ever but this year, I know, so good. Honestly, my opinion has started to gain a little bit. I don't know what, maybe I was in a bad mood or something, or maybe I was rushing. I was working at the same time. I streamed while I was literally at my other job. I work at home, but you know, so I was kind of getting rushed. I had to take a flight that same day, so maybe my opinion was a little bit not biased, but it was getting strayed away from what I truly thought. But I've been listening to it for the past couple days. It's decent. Some of the songs are like just all right, but it's a cool vibe. You know, Uzi bringing in some new sounds with Space Cadet and Final Fantasy. I don't think that those are necessarily close to what like Uzi, like the impact he made back in the day with like Money Longer or whatever, but you just can't expect Billboard hits like that every single time, so I can't hate. But anyway, back to the first week sales numbers. People on Twitter was saying that, and in the chat, y'all were saying that the EP first week sales aren't calculated and it doesn't show up on Billboard. However, I wanted to check that, and I found out that there is actually an EP on the Billboard 200. If you check right here, Girls, the second mini album, I don't know who the fuck that is, but it looks like there's an EP. I don't know how many songs, if there's like a cutoff limit. Technically, I believe if you go to Uzi's EP, Red and White, let's see if it includes all 9 tracks. Because if you go to Spotify, it actually has 5 songs: Cigarette, For Fun, It's a Hit, Glock in My Purse, Final Fantasy, and then there's like 4 singles before that with the same cover art, but it's still not on the EP. So the sales are kind of like, I don't know if it'll be calculated or and those actually factor into the sales into the Billboard rankings. So they also got kind of fucked up because maybe the Space Cadet and other singles won't calculate with or factor into the Billboard sales for the Red and White technical EP. But also he released it originally on SoundCloud, so I don't know if those are even calculated or if they're calculated less, because usually sales are based upon streams, some sort of like equation of the amount of revenue that you bring in for an actual album sale, which is like $9.99 or $11.99 divided by the amount of streams that it takes to get to that that advertisement revenue, if that makes any sense. So that's how the 1500 is calculated. If you do 1500, let me just check that, because that could be completely out of my ass, but that's always what I thought it was. So if you do $11.99 right here, divided by 0.0045. Actually, I don't know how to calculate the math, but yeah, I mean, streaming numbers, Uzi's doing well. We can actually check that right now. I'll show y'all his Spotify and whatnot. He's got what, 500k, 800k, 800k, 600k, 700k, 1.7 mil. But I don't know if that counts for this week because it was released what, like Wednesday or Thursday. I know, same thing. Hit My Shoulder, I believe that was Wednesday. Flex Up, Wednesday. So really it's just these 5 songs. Well, actually these songs will count too, but only the streams that came after Thursday night, midnight, Friday morning. But yeah, I think what's stopping it is we have to see what Bad Bunny, I was about to say Bad Baby, no. Bad Baby, he's in the #1 spot right now, and like, you know, it's been on the it's been #1 for a while. It seems it's been on the charts for 10 weeks, so we'll see. I think Bad Bunny even beat Jack Harlow the first week, and Jack Harlow sold what, like 130. So in Bad Bunny, you know, them South America be streaming the fuck out of him. It would be unfortunate if Pink Tape, or not Pink Tape, Red and White. But I think Uzi's big enough where he can start competing. If EPs are counted in this Billboard ranking, I think it'll get like top 10. Because I think Uzi would sell, like, even with the SoundCloud release, it'll get, I don't know, 20, 30K, right? But Bad Bunny is a streaming monster. The Easter Bunny just knows how to, it knows how to resurrect Jesus. He knows how to get #1 albums. What can't he do? He brings candy, eggs to little kids and lures them into his van. It gotta be racist. I don't know if it's racist. Uzi, what? There, I mean, sure, it might be. Actually, I just feel like South America, there's, I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like there's like less artists, since America is, you know, the cultural, I don't even know what the word is, like center of the world, at least for entertainment wise. So when there's an artist that comes from South America, I believe more, I don't know how many people, but Spanish is either the #1 or #2 language in the world. English is definitely interchangeable with that as well. That's why soccer is the most popular sport in the world as well. It's very, you know, the Latin countries be messing with it heavy, but they put on for like their singular artists, but whereas America and English speakers just have way more people, so the streams are like spread out. But Bad Bunny just gets all of it. He low-key gotta like start giving it back, man. He gotta create a, what's it called, a charity, start giving it back to all the homies from Latin America. I'd be pissed. I'd be streaming your music all the time, bro, and they be going crazy. Trust me, I lived in Miami. You be by the pool, they play Bad Bunny constantly. Nothing else. You don't hear no Drake, you don't hear no English. No speak English. Y'all screaming Pink Tape, and he gave y'all all the clues that this was the Pink Tape. To be honest, I hope you're right. I personally don't really, it's not that I don't like Pink Tape. I've discussed this a little bit, but Pink Tape is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of girly, right? It's pink. Pink is, you know, normally associated with females, and I know Uzi is a little bit more feminine. It's they, them. Sorry, it's I keep saying he, they. They're not even a gender, or are they? I don't know. But regardless, Red and White creates Pink, so you could be right. It might not be the precursor. It could legit be Pink Tape, and he just, like, you know, I don't know. That's a whole nother level type shit, like metaphor. It's pretty simple, but you get the point. If he's not gonna drink Pink, I'm getting stumbled over here. Don't eat the pink sauce on TikTok or the pink drink from Starbucks. It's gonna fuck up your stomach. Pink Tape needs a backstory. Exactly. There's not, like with Eternal Take, he got abducted by aliens. You don't know what type of shit happened in another realm or in that UFO. Bro came back a clone. That's probably why everybody's calling Uzi mid now. It's because it's not even Uzi. It's a clone. That's why people didn't like Eternal Take afterwards. There was so much hype beforehand with the leaks. He got abducted. That's what it is. But nah, as I was saying before, Red and White grew on me. I'd say 7.5 now. I really would. 7.5. It was definitely better than a lot other projects. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is. This is the beginning. You kind of, there's very high expectations for artists like Uzi and Cardi and Drake and whatever, and just music lately has been very inconsistent. Check Uzi YouTube numbers. Are they doing well? What are you trying to tell me? 152K. Let's see. 152K, 238K, 253K. What are you saying? That's good or bad? I just feel like Uzi really isn't a YouTube artist. And they're also audios. If it was a music video, it would definitely be like in the range of Drink and Smoking. Like, see how this is 45 mil, and then the original song, wherever it is, probably got like 2 mil. Just people don't listen to, like, since when have y'all gone to YouTube on your phone, which is where most activity is done, and just listen to music? I mean, now they made it so you can go into other apps while listening to YouTube or watching YouTube out of the app. So that's probably going to increase revenue for them. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I mean, you got to just go to Spotify and Apple Music. Spotify numbers looking good. He's got over almost $1 million on all of them. He's got over $1 million on one of them, Space Cadet. So Uzi numbers doing fine. I mean, also, he probably didn't promote this that heavily. It's just, it's truly the SoundCloud tape that Uzi was saying before. He didn't pay anything. Let's see if he's on Rap Caviar. If he ain't on Rap Caviar, then you know that his label ain't doing shit. Well, look at this. Look at this. I don't know then. I don't know. Uzi's literally on the front page of Rap Caviar. I Know. Okay, look. I Know is on here. Second best song, or potentially the first best song on Red and White. He's also got Space Cadet. Any other songs? No For Fun on here? There's no way, bruh. How did they put Space Cadet above For Fun? That's ridiculous. Give it a week. Yeah. We'll be chilling. I ain't hating at all. I think Uzi has potential to go top 10 with it, but given again the release date with the SoundCloud and like that kind of fucked up the release schedule. Not fucked it up, but it was just like the strategy he used to kind of like give back to the OG fans and not really caring about the sales, which is respectable in itself. Like sometimes people get too attached to the numbers where if it doesn't hit a certain mark, they'll get like pissy. But this, he'll still do decent, show everybody how big his cock is, slam it on the table, is, you know, still decent music. Will Cardi be on Pink Tape? I mean, he teased Cardi on his Instagram story, but was that just a tease towards the 1629 like Arshawn was saying? Who knows? Yeah, y'all asking like I know anything. I don't know shit, bruh. Actually, I don't even like knowing anything because then I can't talk about it. There's certain things that people tell me and I'm like, fuck, bro. This means I gotta ask permission before I talk about it. And then it's like an awkward conversation like, yo, can I talk about it? Like, no, dude, that's between me. I'm like, fuck. Like, I know that y'all would really want to hear this, but no. So a lot of times I just don't even ask. I don't want to know. I just like to go with the speculation. It's more fun that way anyway. The mystery of it all. You feel me? And no, I didn't listen to the new Uzi Pierre snippet. I think he said something in the middle of that, but let me find it. He said like he has his, yeah, right here. He has all of his songs. I got my SoundCloud. I'm dropping everything. What up?
I got my SoundCloud. I'm dropping everything. Yeah. What up? Low spurt. Niggas won't play, but I don't even wanna play it all. My niggas come, they gon' spread off. Ain't say no words, she gon' take it off. I fuck your bitch, they ain't my bad off. Y'all niggas broke, ain't putting no work on Bobby and Wick. Sit your ass, man. You should drop a lick, you sing good song. That's the reason it's my A&R. Lil Uzi, aka Vertical. Got an AK with a radar. I know some niggas that really are murdy. I'm on a jet about to lift off. I got your bitch on this G5. She pulled on right with a war dog. One of those trays, squad jump on a 4 dog. I turned your bitch to a pawn star. I fucked on the couch when I was on tour, dog. Now that my crew like a war dog. I got 5 numbers, saved in my car, law. You not important, can't store y'all. Pushing the gas, now I'm not dog. Got all the way to the floor, dog. I got too fast like the daddy of Zika. 12 tried to pull me over, then we start racing. All black, triple S, kinda look basic.
I think, because I see someone in the chat say he truly believes they're gonna drop everything on SoundCloud. He might. But I think they're gonna wait till the numbers come out to see how the album did, because they're gonna see what the marketing scheme that they just utilized, how it performed numbers wise, because ultimately this is a music business, right? I mean, but then again, Uzi already got the money, so like what is 10 mil compared to like 12 mil to like really, no matter what his profit margins are going to be high because he don't even need to promote his music because he just so up, like he's the GOAT. But that was fire. Like this is fire because it's like that low voice Uzi rapping. I know that I always say like Uzi stop rapping, but that's the Baby Pluto like higher pitch shit, which is still cool, but like we got literally 40 songs in 1 year for it. So I was like, let's try going back there. But any Pierre collab, I'm not even just talking about Uzi, any Pierre, whether it be Cardi or whatever, Pierre producing the beat, you know it's gonna be hard. Whether it be Nudie or Pierre on his own track. We talked about this. We need like Pierre solo. Uzi needs to give Pierre a collab. That's what we really need. Do they have one? They do have one actually, but I feel like that song was kind of underwhelming. That was on T-Lot 5. That was one of the singles actually. Yeah, it just didn't hit as hard. But all Uzi is fire. Yeah. Again, it definitely grew on me a lot. Red and white.
Another take that you had, bro, 100% agree with, especially for this next, which I feel like Uzi is actually listening to us.
Oh, he 100%
I love Brandon Finessin, but he's got to gravitate away from heavily relying on that Brandon Finessin. Like you can't have a whole tape with Brandon again, bro. You can't. Like he can't. Like it was cool with Future. It was cool with the whole Future collab tape. I don't want to hear him on Brandon Finessin beats throughout an entire 15+ song album anymore. I can't deal with that. I
think the reason that he did that was because, so Eternal Take, he dropped solo, right? Mm-hmm. So that means when you don't get features and when you don't get big beat placements, you're cashing in like big time. You don't have to pay Metro Boomin 50K or Pierre Bourne 80K. So when you work with your boy Brandon Finessin, it's literally just splits.
Right.
So Eternal Take, he sold 300K, probably the most profitable album he's ever released, especially with all of the hype. Like all of the pages were posting him without him paying and shit. So I think that's why he was working with Brandon Finessin. And working on Dying's from Philly, if I recall correctly.
Yep, you are correct.
Yeah. So.
Oh my God, I have one last point, and I just want to shoot you 2 quick questions. One last point, like Yeet, another crazy artist. I love Yeet is amazing, is great, but I want you guys to start to notice that these artists start to build chemistry with certain producers. Cardi with Pierre, Uzi with DP, Molly Raw. This is producer Benny X from Philly. A lot of the stuff that's hot right now with Yeet is coming out of his hand. He is crazy with the beat. Shout out to Benny X, man. Upper Darby High School, bro.